Welcome to the SCLD podcast, where we talk about all the things you can do and find at the library.
Hello, I'm Erin Dodge, and I'm the Communications Specialist here at Spokane County Library District. Today, here with me is Allison Johnson, a librarian for the Library District, and we're discussing today our community art show. Specifically happening right now is our art submissions for the show, and we're going to talk about the theme, and we're going to talk about who can participate, how they can participate, and welcome back to the podcast, Allison.
Thank you.
Yeah. Before we get started, can you just tell us a little bit about how long you've been with the Library District and a little bit about your focus here at the library?
Sure. I have been with the district as a librarian for about 4 years now. I am an education and enrichment librarian. I do the programming for ages 8 through 18.
Okay.
And I have a community focus out in Airway Heights.
Okay, great. And what makes our libraries a good space for like a community art show?
Well, they're a great public venue for all ages and people of all backgrounds to be exposed and to interact with art that they may necessarily not have ever done before or had the chance to.
Yeah, and everybody's welcome and they don't have to pay an admission fee.
Yes, exactly.
Feels like those are some good things. And why should people submit art to the show?
Well, first off, I think it's fun to be creative.
I agree.
But it also encourages creativity in our households and encourages connections with our community and being a part of a bigger project.
Yeah. In the past years, we've done this a couple times now. Mm-hmm. We've had different themes for our art shows. Can you talk about this year's theme and how people can interpret it and what they can do and what it could mean to them?
Sure. This year, our theme is reconnecting, and our medium is a postcard.
And you have an example.
Yes, I have an example of the postcard
here.
Okay,
so that's the back. We're in a little information card, and then there's the blank surface to create your art.
This is where the art happens.
And you can remove the paper clip because that's just holding on the info sheet.
This is just the artist information card, so we know who to credit when we're showing off your art in the library.
Yeah, so the art will be up, and then the little
the card will be
the little info sheet will be there next to it. Okay,
yes.
So we know who did what.
Exactly. And if you have a title or you want to tell us about your art as well.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And so so we're doing on a postcard.
Yes.
And some ideas for how to kind of create art on the idea of reconnecting.
Well, they can think about, is there someone they've lost touch with that they'd like to reconnect with? Is there someone new they would like to connect with?
Okay.
It doesn't even have to be a person. It could be an idea. It could be totally whimsical, a unicorn. It could be someone from the past, Elvis or Shakespeare. Mm-hmm. Anything that you're inspired to reconnect with this year.
It could be a location, too. If they have a favorite place they like to go, or a thing they like to do out and about, they could think about reconnecting with that space.
Exactly.
Cool. That's really cool. And now, what can we do with the postcard? Because tell us a little bit what's going to happen after the show with the postcard to give people an idea of kind of what they can and can't do when they're creating their art.
Yes. So the library will mail the postcard for you after the art show is over if you put a domestic address on it.
Okay.
That can be, you can send it to yourself if you want the art back, or you could choose someone to send it to. But since the USPS has size and weight restrictions, if you want us to mail it, you can't add bulk to it, let's say. You can't attach things
You can't,
to it.
make it 3D.
Yes, it has to be 2D if you would like it mailed.
Which that could be an interesting project. It just can't be mailed.
Yes, I mean, colored pencils, crayons, glitter pens, all that will work.
Right.
Clay, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not clay. Maybe a light collage of other thinner, papers, images, stickers.
Yes.
Up to a point. But you, again, don't make it 3D. Don't put 10 stickers on top of each
Yes.
other.
You can if you don't expect your art mailed back to you.
That's true.
But if you would like it mailed, no bulky
Because the post office, they have to send these things through like machines that
they do.
If you had that kind of art, it would just tear up the whole thing.
It would ruin it.
It would ruin it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's cool. So you get your art can be mailed to someone you want to reconnect with, or you can get it even mailed back to yourself or your family, or that is really cool. And again, you mentioned glitter pens and like ways to create art. They could paint.
Yes, watercolors, acrylics, anything like that will work.
Awesome. That's cool. And when can we submit our postcard?
Now through January 29th, we have craft tables out in all the branches of the libraries for you to pick up your postcard.
Okay. So they come in and do they have to do it right then and there in the library?
No.
Okay. But there will be a table where they can come into the library and...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They're welcome to take it home and do their magic at home and spend some time on it and bring it back.
As long as they bring it back by the 29th of
Yes.
January. Because the show's in February. And when is the show?
February 6th through 28th.
The end of the month. Okay. And so now, how do people see that?
So every branch will have a submission box for your postcard. So everything that's submitted at that branch will be part of their physical show in that library.
Okay.
We'll also have a digital show on our website that will be curated. We'll pick 10 from each location so that everyone around the county can see what the other areas are doing.
So if for some reason you can't quite make it into the library during February, you can go online and check out the art that's there and see a sample at least of the show.
Yes.
But for example, like today we're in North Spokane. We're filming at North Spokane Library. So everybody who turns in their postcard at North Spokane, their art show will be here. And so definitely if you're, whatever library you're at, if you're, out in the West Plains somewhere, you're out in the valley, wherever you're at and wherever you turn your art, you want to go to that show so you could see your art and everybody else's in the community, I would say, for sure.
Yes.
But you can also go around to the other libraries if you are able and want to take a trip and see what art is happening there.
Yes.
And then also you can go online. And I do know the URL. It's scld.org/art-show. And we'll get that up on the screen for you guys who are viewing this right now, or it'll be in the description for anybody who wants to catch that. All right, and that's February 6th to the 28th. And what suggestions, I kind of see some right here, but what suggestions do you have for kids, families, adults, anybody who wants to make art for the show and like they're just not sure where to start or what to do?
Well,
how can the library help?
I would suggest, first off, to take some time to find out what inspires you and look at some great art books to see if there's some projects or inspiration in those.
This is just a small sampling.
Very small.
Because there were rows of books when we were looking for just to grab a couple examples here. So I can see, there's watercolor and painting, there's drawing books. And then, like, the topics, there's a Star Wars book in here for fans of Star Wars. I mean, you can really, like you said, think about what you like and what interests you. And then you can make your art based on that. It's practically limitless, but we have a theme to help you. Yes. And it's about reconnecting.
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful. You know what? We have some online things that also...
Yes. I was going to mention we also have a few databases in our digital library that would be great to explore. We have Hobbies and Crafts Reference Center that have a great collection of information on techniques and projects. We also have Creative Bug, which has some great self-paced classes that would get you started in creating and learning.
And Creative Bug, I've done a few of it's online classes, but it's all video based. And what I really, really love about it is they're usually broken up into multiple videos. So it's sort of you can do your 15 minutes day one, and then if you only had the 15 minutes, then you can wait and do the next 15 minutes day two, or however many are there for the class, or you could just binge it all in one day and go for it for a massive day of art.
Yes, they're very user friendly.
And the instructions there's lots of
list of supplies. Everything you need is.
You can ask questions. Yep. It might not be an immediate answer, but you'll usually get an answer eventually. Well, great. So in our digital library, which you can find at our website, again, scld.org, and you come in and get some books. I know there's ebooks as well. There's with Overdrive and the Libby app. So if you're not able able to come in and get a physical book, you can get one on your phone or your laptop or an iPad or whatever you have to view your books.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Allison, for being here. I'm excited to see all the art. It's going to be amazing. And I'm glad we're doing this again this year.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yes, I think so too. Well, I hope that you guys at home submit some art. It's a postcard, so you're limited only to that space, but it's going to be great. And I hope you come and check it out in February. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed today's topic and want to be notified of upcoming episodes, please like and subscribe. To learn more about Spokane County Library District, our programs, resources, and services, you can go to scld.org.